Now we can start.
Outside! Our sass! Our arts!
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
So who's going then? Who's introducing?
Are you guys in here just for me?
We're in here for you, Federico.
We've not done one together for a while,
Not
have we?
for a long
this is
time.
special. This is for you, Federico.
I feel so special.
Yeah, you should. Our Federico on our art podcast.
Federico.
So it was an arduous journey for you to get here today, Federico. You already told us.
Yeah, 2 hours in Metrolink and lovely buses. I
Delightful.
think there's a special place in hell for people don't use headphones on the bus.
Go on, tell us. What was the particular pet hate?
I think one day I'm just gonna bring some speakers with brown noise.
Yeah,
and
that'd be cool.
Do a little experiment. Okay, like this is evil me now is done. Finished.
Right, yeah, very
Oh, I kind of want to rouse him again.
You want to rouse evil me? No, don't.
Get on nasty.
I told you I'm trying to put the Buddhist me outside.
Yes, calm, Buddhist, let it flow.
Calm.
That is the past.
Yes.
We met Federico for the first time. I think it was at our very first open studios, wasn't it?
1 year ago.
Skulking around it was behind all the panels. And I was going, who's that? Don't recognise you.
Who are you?
Who are you? And I was looking at all your tattoos actually because you had like
they're all fake.
Are they?
Do you draw them on every day?
Yeah.
But you're a friend of Deggy's, aren't you? Our Deggy's.
Yeah. I found this place because of Deggy. Deggy is one of the most encouraging.
Yes, he is a star.
He really is. He supports us a lot as well. Yeah.
I think he's got food poisoning at the moment.
Oh,
nice. Fun.
I think.
Nah, I thought he caught Bill's lurgy.
He thought it was Bill's lurgy, but apparently
bit of something else going on.
As long as it's not gonorrhea, we're fine.
Gonna where? Gonna where?
Gonna what? Beg your pardon.
I think there is actually. I think there is actually like a badum setting on here.
Oh, is there? Yeah. Excellent.
But I've done it a bit too. I wasn't quite on the ball there.
Do you want me to do it again?
I think I'll put it in after.
Oh, that's so cool.
Fabulous. So yeah, I remember you having a chat with Rachel in a studio, saying, I paint. I'd like to have a space. I'd like to, be involved in the community. But at that point, I do remember you being a little bit less. Well, you were a bit more reserved about your own practice and what you were up to and stuff. So do you want to tell us, because I feel like we know your main passion
is your music.
Is that correct?
That's your main passion.
I don't know, guys. If I love music, of course I love music, but I found this new thing for me that now is not that new because I've been doing this for 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I think they're on the same level. I can't really see myself without one of those things. And if one day I wake up and I'm gonna say I don't want to do music anymore, so be it. I'm just gonna paint, or the opposite. They're basically the same on the same level. And I used to be quite reserved. I'm still quite reserved about the art in general, or the art. Oh my God, the things I do. I think it's something I like to think like something very intimate.
Yeah, there is.
I'm not, especially on social media and things like that. I'm not a person who likes to. Oh, look at me, what I'm doing. I envy those people. I envy that kind of attitude where it just brings you more attention, I think. But I started as a very intimate things in my room with my music at 2 a.m. at night, painting. The only thing I could see, the only thing I could feel during the lockdown, where we all remember that for me it's oddly enough, it was one of the best period because I had this revelation. I don't know how you can call it, but yeah, I always been a bit introvert from the point of view.
But you play in a band.
Yeah, play in a band, and it's all good and fun.
Is it bass guitar?
I play guitar. Wow. Yeah, no, it's fun.
Are you self-taught? You self-taught?
If you by that mean that if I don't know shit about guitars, yes. I don't know how to play, I just like to do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes for the greatest
Yes, it does,
outcome.
doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
What's your band called?
Shiva Maker.
Shiva Maker.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
It is.
But
Conjures.
yeah, conjures. I don't know that word.
It conjures something in my mind. It just means to bring forth,
Right.
I guess.
Yes.
It conjures an image in my
Yes.
mind. Yeah.
But again, I don't know why I like to keep these two things very separated.
But you do like to keep them separate.
I love to keep them separated
Right.
because I think you always need. There's always a time and a space for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I don't like I like this, like having a life when there's always something specific happening and it's not all overlaid, because life is overlaid. So sometimes I like to have clarity and I like to have space, and that's what probably the paintings brings to me. Like it's been like this inner peace, this space. There's no music, there's no distortion music, there's no loud audience, there's no all that crap that I like, but still like sometimes it can be overwhelming. Is something where I am totally full control all I want to do. There's no promoter, there's no band members, as much as we love them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something where it's just my little island, and I like to keep it in that way.
Do you think there's something around, like, I mean, I would describe myself as an extroverted introvert, and it sounds a little bit like what you're describing to me, because sometimes I have two sides to myself where I'm like, there's a side that where I really want to be quite social and like visible and stuff, and then there's a side to me that really needs that withdrawal and that like inward sort of introspection.
Totally.
Would you say that that's what's going on? And I guess it's like having multiple sides to yourself.
But I think like human nature is is like that.
I think you have to withdraw sometimes, though, don't you? Just to take stock and catch up with yourself. That's what I say. Take 5 minutes.
Again, like it was something very intimate for me to do this, to paint and do these things. So if it wasn't for Deggy or Karol Kochanowski, which is a really good friend of mine, basically my mentor.
Yes.
If it wasn't for these two people that told me like you should show people what you're doing, I probably would never have done it. I would never had a bloody Instagram account. Being here, like again, like I was. But I think at some point I noticed that it's nice to communicate and be part of a community and having that kind of connection with people they're gonna like it and they're gonna reflect in something they're gonna see, and
but also
that is nice.
You can shut the door as well. And here you can shut the door. You can do, can't you?
That.
You've got where you shut the door and just get on with it.
Yeah,
I like doing that.
You can dip in and dip out according to your mood. Like it does
There's
feel.
so much confusion and so much noise nowadays in everything we do. Again, when I was half joking when I say there's special place in hell for people who don't use the headphones on the bus. But
Which
again,
is a similar thing.
Like it's like sometimes because it's like today there's no. Every time is the time for everything, and that can be very dangerous for your mental health. because we always feel so busy, and so we need to do something as to be distracted, and like people don't know how to stay with their own thoughts and just look at the contents in the bloody glass on the bus, you know. Like, and I like doing that.
It's quite a difficult thing to do. Go into that void space and sit there comfortable.
That is amazing.
It is amazing. Scary though for so many people to sit in that space because it's so full of things that you do not know, and people are filling that space maybe to avoid some of that or something. I don't know. What do you? I'm imagining you getting into this space when you're making your artwork because it is a very internal world.
Yeah,
what is it
like void is very. I like the word, but it has a very negative connotation.
You're right. It does. Yeah.
But I think that is the place where you just strip naked from, you know, for myself, the tattoos, the idea of you play in a band, all this kind of, you use Italian or you are Sardinian. No, it's like I just find myself, I wanna use a nice blue, a nice green, and draw the silhouette of my friend while I'm listening to Bonavista Social Club, and nobody's still gonna tell me I cannot do it because but you play in a rock band, why you not doing something more, or you know, like, you Sardinian, why you not doing something more Italian? I don't care. Like that void it's you. Whatever that means, that it's you. You need to embrace it.
So it's more like freedom.
Yeah. People are scared of freedom.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Maybe that is what it is more than anything.
I am terrified of the idea that I can actually do whatever I want.
Yeah, me too.
But is also very empowering from another side. That there's a Buddhist principle that says, I'm going to know you so much with this. It says, it is called Ichinen Sanzen, and it means 3,000 realms in a blink of an eye. Not quite literally, but this is the meaning. That means that every moment of your life, you have 3,000 different ways to feel and shape yourself and ultimately change your environment. That is freaking scary. That is scary as fuck. Pardon my French, but what happens is that is also very empowering because you don't let the environment dictate how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna do, who you're gonna be, you know. And I think if you deep in that kind of, I'm feeling, I think you can unravel wonders, you know.
Like you say, people don't like that, do they?
Well, because we like our comfort zone. I love my comfort zone. I love going home and watch Netflix for 5 hours instead of doing things. Doing the things I actually want to do. You know, like because the things I actually want to do, they are scary.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and it takes so much. It's a lot of energy. Like it can be draining sometimes to exist in that space, and sometimes like
it is scary
to have like just the Netflix or the structure that this world gives us. It's a little bit of respite where you're not having to make those decisions that are made for you, or you know. But then there's that constant push and pull. It's so interesting, Federico. Honestly,
yeah, it is
to talk and think about this.
Do you think it's a lot of it is to do with like the time frame that everything, like we work in unnatural rhythms, don't we?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you've got this time space to do this time to space to do this, and so if you don't do this, you've got to work here. You've got to. There's not like a natural kind of rhythm. So like you feel like you've got to do things when you don't want to do them and things like that. So there's like that we don't have that freedom to just move like we want to move, kind of thing.
I think it's freedom and discipline. I don't remember who said that discipline is the roots of freedom. If you don't discipline yourself, and I have to do it a lot because of all these things that we were talking about, I think if you discipline yourself and saying, okay, this is the time I have to do something about it, and I'm trying to tell this to myself because I'm the guy who goes to sleep at 5 a.m. in the morning doing absolutely nothing when I could have done so many things. So if you don't discipline yourself, you're never going to enjoy your own freedom because you're just going to be at the mercy of everything.
It's really interesting because when I was younger, when we were talking about this on my I would have sort of seen discipline as the enemy of freedom.
Yeah.
But it's really, actually, it's a great point that without the discipline to manage yourself, manage your time, etc., you can't actually make the most of your freedom.
You can't make the most of it.
There has to be the contrast to acknowledge the thing. So if you have the freedom but you don't have the discipline, you won't recognize that it's freedom because there's nothing to compare it to. So there's that constant yin yang, light dark. There has to be the contrast. Otherwise, you won't know where's up and where's down. Surely. And that's what's interesting about this whole thing. Is like
you put it like
it all has a place, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting how that comes into an artistic practice, though, and how you can work with that discipline and freedom to move towards being an artistic practitioner. Like that's a tough one because within the art, there then becomes all this other stuff. Like the world comes in, doesn't it? The world comes into your inner world and says things like, "You need to sell it."
Yes,
you need to.
Oh yeah,
you need to
big
create
time.
structure.
Big
Yeah,
time.
you need to
You've got to
schedule
do
posts.
this
You need to. How do you balance that kind of thing?
Like I realized that when I start thinking about, you have to put my art outside myself. I have to put it like on sale. I have to do the markets. I want to do all these things. That is the moment when I basically stop painting.
Right.
And that says a lot because now you're thinking of, oh my gosh, this is getting like everything else. It's getting like being like a job, being like the band where you have to organize all these things. And again, having the studio for me is like the stepping point where, again, discipline. I can decide, come to the studio and having a day only for myself, just fucking painting. Other days, you just stay on the laptop all day and apply for exhibition, apply for anything else.
So you structure it like that? As
I'm not.
But
I
you
want
could.
to. I want to because again, is all these things that you just said. They just arrive like an avalanche, and it's like. Oh my God! This is so much fun. I had recently an amazing exhibition in Disbury. That was so much fun, but again, like it's time where I'm not painting. It's like the time that I have to, promote the band is the time when I'm not writing songs. So again, the only thing you can do is try to structure yourself and take the most of it, get the most of it. And
was there a newfound type of joy through showing your work, though? Like, for instance, at this exhibition,
totally.
because there's something new there that comes as soon as you start to show it, and perhaps if you have somebody has a positive experience.
Totally. It was amazing how people got exactly what I meant.
That's lovely. Wow.
With my except one person, they made me so much laugh. Like the exhibition is called Atom and Cell, and everything is very, very minimalistic in the exhibition. Yeah. And there was somebody telling me, your poster is not bold enough. You have to strike. You have to do something. I was like, why it's called Atom and Cell?
The small bits.
It's meant to be totally the opposite. Yeah. Fortunately, I had other people like that. I like the people that they liked the fact that you don't need to put so much in an artwork just to enjoy it. Like it's like you're watching the open sea. The open sea is what you see. There's nothing else. It's just that you watch the sky, just monochromatic color. But how good is that?
I agree. I agree.
So I like the fact that people can enjoy the things I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is amazing. That is like, again, if you can strike a nerve in a positive way of somebody else and have that little connection, is, I think that is all about.
And there's quite, I find quite a distinction, like in your work. There's a couple of different sort of what some people might say styles or approaches, and I find it massively refreshing because it's almost like you aren't, this is my style, this is my path, and I'm going to just attack that.
Yeah.
Because what then happens, and often people do then, is that they're stuck within that. And the space for play and experimentation kind of gets a little bit lost.
Yes, it does.
Whereas, I can see that there are a lot of different avenues to your visual language, I guess. And could you touch on that a little bit, or? Yeah,
sure. First of all, thank you. I take it as a compliment. So some people, they can say, you don't know what you're doing, where you want to go, and they are totally right.
Totally right.
I have no clue what I'm doing. But again,
that's what keeps it all fresh.
Why somebody has to we the human being is so wonderful that you have so many emotions, so many things in your own, in your soul. Why you have to discredit 90% of that just because you decided that is your path? There's no time for that. I don't have the structure and the ability to just say today I want to just doing this. I will grow so bored that I'm never gonna do it. It's like again, like in music, like people tell me, oh, you play classic rock, you should play classic rock. This is not classic rock. This is, oh, you know what? I'm gonna write a song in 17/4 for 26 minutes because I don't get these things. If you feel doing something, it's like, oh my gosh, I like French toast. I'm gonna eat French toast for the rest of my life. Like no. You like the umami. You like the sweet. You like, why not doing that in every single aspect of your life?
Yeah, the balance.
Yeah, I'm balanced. It doesn't matter. It's just nice, I think that's it. I have many projects in my head, many ideas of paintings, and they are all 3 and 4 styles. If you want to say that, I have I like the minimal way when I feel that I need space and breathe. Yes. I like when I feel in other way, there's gonna be something else. When I feel utterly shite, there's gonna be something else. But that's been who we are. Why we have to put ourselves in a cell when there's no cell.
Oh yeah, no, but that's good.
I think it can be like such a, people really do hammer that in on you. Find that.
Yes.
And stick with that. And
that's what I did. Yeah.
But I think there's beauty on both sides. But then there's also if you find it too hard and it's too rigid, there's no room for development.
But there's honestly.
The creativity goes out of it, doesn't it?
A little, I guess.
I think for me, I did quite well, and I've got orders through, and it was a production line. There was no creativity in it, and I got bored.
Of course, because you find the formula. The formula works.
Yes,
the formula works most for other people rather than you. So people maybe buy. They're gonna buy your things.
Yeah, bought stuff, did shows, everything.
But at the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe I may talk like this because I don't sell or people don't know me. But maybe people will tell me, oh, you should do more of this. You should do more of that, and.
But you won't do it. It's what you do.
But that is at the moment I still feel in this way. Like one day, if I feel like that, I'm gonna.
Yeah, exactly. But I found that it's like I stopped using Facebook, stopped putting out because I thought, why am I doing this? Is it because I'm trying to get people to like my work and gives me a gratification, really, and I stopped doing it because I'm thinking, I want to do a certain other thing. Why do I have to have people's gratification just to carry on? And I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not putting stuff out anymore. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it anymore like that. I just want to do it for myself.
I get it.
I want to lock myself in the room and do it for myself.
I get it.
And I want to do it a certain way. And if people don't like it, well, there you go. You know, I'm just going to do it this way.
That's bold.
Yeah.
It is bold.
It took a long time for me to get to that point.
Because it is.
Because I was sort of successful in the what I've got, like what I've achieved in magazines and all this and exhibitions, one thing and another. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it like that anymore. I don't want to do it like that anymore because I'm not fulfilling myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and that's took a long time for it to get in there, and I'm like, what am I doing this for?
Yeah.
You know,
I think I'm at a point where I'm sort of trying to learn this, but would like to get to that stage. You know, I think that just talking on freedom, that sounds like freedom. You know, when you don't care as much anymore about what other people think.
Like doing those big drawings, I know it sounds daft, that's why they're up there and I've still got them, is because I thought, right, sod this, I'm going to do these drawings. I don't care what people think of this. I'm going to do them that big because it gives me more energy. It stretched my mind. It was fun to do, and I hadn't felt like that for a long time.
Yeah.
And that was really, really important. And that's how I want to go with my stitching. I want to do big stitches and gestural movements in my stitch, and that's what I want to do. But it's scary because you're like, oh my God, if it goes wrong, what am I going to do if it goes wrong? Da, 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 da. But I want to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to take a risk, and I'll do it. But if people don't like it, there you go. I like it. I want to do it.
There's literally no time.
No, there's no time.
Success is a funny one,
Yes,
isn't it?
it
Because
is.
the thing is,
Yeah. How do you
I
rate
was
success?
thinking while we were talking about Bob Dylan. You know, Bob Dylan was on the folk scene. Yeah, he plays the acoustic guitar, and then he starts playing rock with an electric guitar.
Yeah.
And people are like, you can't do that. That's not what.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, I'll do it. You know, but he's got some success, and it's like if people are trying to sort of like commodify you. They want you to be what you are because then that's and then you've got your market, and then that's how we sell to that particular market.
That's what happened,
and then that puts you, like you say, if you want to make an album like Rage Against the Machine because you're angry, you make your Rage Against the Machine album. If you want to make your Donovan album because you're full of peace and love, you make your Donovan album. You can't, if you're trying to make a Rage Against the Machine album when you're feeling Donovan, it's not going to work. It's not going to be authentic, and you've got to be yourself.
And it's like, how do you rate success? Yeah, I've shown my work in New York. I've had a show on in London, and I've had all these like stuff in magazines and everything. To me, that's successful. Still skint, but I'm like, well, right, I've done that. What do I do now? What? I'm just doing it for other people. Yeah, because I hit on like a niche thing.
Yeah. No, it's so weird that we always end up thinking how this is gonna be useful for the market. Like we always, I don't know if it's our education, our culture, that we can't think out of that box.
Yeah.
It's like you have to do something because you have to please somebody else, because it has to be useful in a capitalistic way, not useful in a spiritual way or in a philosophic way, it's. So I get I think it's overwhelming because it goes against
it does.
the very thing that we trying to do, I guess.
There's that constant push and pull, isn't there? Within this industry, within everything, trying to still fulfill a creative path and calling at the same time as existing within a market-based society where everything needs to be commodified and sold.
You need to be sold. You need to do this.
It's very, very hard to.
And then you've obviously got the being called out for selling out. Any credibility that you have, if you that's the other thing, isn't it? It's almost like you're making a lot of money out of this now, so you've lost your integrity, your credibility within a certain, and then that audience, you know. I mean, it's just a lot of crap, isn't it?
Yeah, but again, like is background noise. Because if you just give power to these things,
that's it. If you do pay attention,
you're
but
just gonna and again, like Netflix, 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Well, yeah. But I like your honesty with it. I like your honesty.
Oh no, I'm far
I like that.
Far off to like I'm working on myself. Like this is one of my steps to.
Yes.
Because, you know, pay the rent is being in a place where everybody's doing something gives me a little bit more energy, because otherwise I'm a master of procrastination. Like I can write the Bible of procrastination.
Oh, aren't we all? We're like, we need a cup of tea, don't we?
Well, that's certainly what I'm like.
Yeah, no,
tea every 2 minutes.
Oh, what milk have we got? Hello, when we talk to somebody else, we're going to get some milk from somebody else's studio, and then next minute it's 11:30. You're like, oh.
KUPOD is Oldham's only professional podcast production company. This year we produced a variety of shows with Northern Roots Oldham, Oldham Community Radio and fantastic local charity Little Lady Locks. We've helped local businesses like NB Dog Training, 1853 Studios and Billingtons produce their very own podcasts. Be sound with KUPOD. Visit kupod.co.uk.
I think sometimes when it's the big things, though, like the thinky things or the creative things, you often procrastinate even more because they are just so big. You know, the little things, you know.
I think especially when you're starting a project, is the moment where like you find every single thing excuse not to do it.
And you're like, yeah, you are. I know that feeling. Very much.
And the problem is, sorry.
No, I was going to actually change the subject a little bit.
Change the subject.
Well, I mean, I was just
now we're just moaning. We're just like.
I don't know much more about you, Federico. I kind of want to know more about, you know, were arts and culture and things like that quite significant in your childhood, or like things like that? Is that where you? Right.
Okay.
You don't have to answer anything.
No, I can. I can answer. I grew up in obviously in Sardinia, in Italy, and very with, you know, like my mom and dad, my brother. My mom, she was a teacher and a painter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, but very, very introvert. Like, she wasn't doing any exhibition if she was for herself. And she died in 1996 when I was 8.
Oh, bless her.
Well, it's life and death. And but I always kept her painting with me wherever I went. I would go, except in here in Manchester. But every time I was like, I always felt very connected to what her painting. I never thought in my life that one day at 36 years old I would have a studio and I was doing this. I never thought that. Never, even for a second. Never happened.
Wow.
Never happened.
Wow.
But her paintings were so deep and obscure, and you could see the what's the word in English? Melancholy. Is
melancholy?
It a word?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where like the side of this 23 years old girl in the 70s that you never thought that she could have deep inside all this darkness. And in her painting you can see it, like black background and these anemic silhouettes. And obviously there were so many others, but I remember this in particular because it was my favorite. And I think that stayed with me a lot. And then obviously in my family there's my great pro uncle, like the brother of my grandma. He was a brilliant man. He was in the army. He fought the wars. He was an astronomer.
Wow.
He was a poet, and he was a painter.
Gosh.
Wow.
we're talking about somebody who got mentioned in astronomy books. So
Right, okay.
astronomers cited my uncle who wasn't an astronomer.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
We never spoke because he always never liked how I dress. and
Yeah,
things
got
like-
it, yeah.
But the last years of his life, we had a nice
Yeah.
conversation because there was no, like, he knows that his cycle was going to
Yeah.
end probably in they decided that I'm not gonna leave all this crap about the way you look and just speak to
Yes,
my
of
nephew,
course.
you know.
Yeah.
And I found out that he was a painter. He was a great painter,
Wow.
and he won prizes. And probably that as well gave me a little bit more. You know, like I want to pay tribute to my family. I wanna do things that I always been around in
Yeah,
my
yeah,
family.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
Yeah.
at 110th of my mom or of my uncle. I'm not. I'm not gonna compare myself to these people, but at the same time, it's like I felt more connected to them because I will never be able to be very connected with my mom in some ways because I was so little.
There is that thread there, though, that will never go, will it? I suppose, you know,
Oh, bless you.
the thread with those people
Yeah.
and those creative people that are part of you, you know,
That's so
and always
cool.
will be. And that's really, really interesting
It is.
to hear
It
about.
is.
And thank you for sharing that with us.
No, thank you for. Like,
It was.
let
I
me
was,
this
I was curious. I was really
No,
curious
it's interesting
about
'cause you've-
people's upbringing and
it's really interesting.
how they, you know,
Oh, bless you.
there've been a lot of people who have spoken a lot about how, you know, their family have been
Yeah.
incredibly different to who they are, and I'm sure there are elements of that. But you know, who maybe aren't supportive of it,
Yeah,
or you've
just-
not got
yeah.
those kind of inspirations, and it's interesting to know how that affects a person and how it makes them who they are.
No, I've been very lucky because, like, my dad and my mom, I didn't got to know my mom
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I found out so many things of her life
Yeah.
after. But my dad was one of these person who never told me, you're not doing that.
Oh wow, that's nice.
My dad always encouraging, or he's still encouraging me
Is
to do whatever I feel right.
Oh, bless them.
And is one of those people who didn't have probably the luck
Yeah. Yeah.
when you wanted to be a photographer.
Right. Right.
But the idea of a photographer was a communist hippie. And so you're never gonna be a communist hippie in my house. So, you know, so that happened to him. And so he never been able, because his family never been.
Yes.
I mean, like, because otherwise, you little commie. No, you're not gonna. So no, that didn't happen to him. So
Oh,
I
bless
think
him.
that made my dad
Yes.
wanted that you do the fuck you want,
Yes.
as long as you happy what you're doing, and you
yeah,
know
totally.
And it's impressive, you know. Like I think I'm quite lucky.
Is he still at home? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at home.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
That is really, really lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, God,
Oh, bless you.
yeah.
What brought you to Manchester?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
question.
Like the food, obviously.
Listen,
Really?
having been to Italy and tried the food, it's fucking terrible. And I'm not surprised that you've come to Manchester.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, mate. It's just terrible. It's
Absolutely.
just terrible, mate.
Bit of an Eccles cake. That's what you're after.
I think.
Just gravy, mate. Come on.
Come on, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like I needed to change environment, be in a place. Just honestly, just needed to change.
Yeah.
I didn't know Manchester at all, and that's probably the reason why I ended up in Manchester. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, yeah, I think like I needed a place where my persona, my way of life, whatever, it wouldn't affect the impression of who you really are. I try to explain this better because if you don't know, English is not my first language. If you didn't notice it.
It's better than my
I'm
Italian.
telling you now.
Yeah, it's better my Italian.
Thing is, you know in Pisa. I'm in Manchester. So, if I walk in the street in 2012, 2013 in Italy, people will say, "You faggot." In here, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They ask. They don't take me the piece for the shoes that I'm wearing. They ask me where I bought the shoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I work in a kitchen and I never worked in a kitchen before, they will teach me the job and will let me do it and be happy with what I'm doing and teach me better if I'm doing a mistake. In Italy, you have to have a piece of paper for everything, at least in 2012.
Yes.
Until 2014, until I was there. This is what I thought, what do you want to do? What would you gonna do? You just nobody, and the system is so big that they're gonna crush you. In here, I found people telling me, "Oh, you wanna do this? Boom, do it, do it, just do it." And this is a support. Boom.
Is
That
it
is
a cultural thing. Then?
It's a cultural thing. It is. In here, I found so much more meritocracy. Like, if you're willing to do it, you want to do it, sit down, and you're going to work hard to do it, I'm gonna make sure that you're going to do it. In that kind of thing, I never found that thing in my environment. And probably also because I was doing things that I didn't like. That I thought I liked, but I didn't like. I was a hairdresser for 5 years. I don't know how to cut hair, so, it's one of those, yeah. Not joking, it's true.
I believe you.
But again, but I didn't know I had a choice. I didn't know. Okay, as we were talking about this before. Like, one path is not one path. It's not, oh my gosh, I'm choosing this path. I have to end up in this path. I'm gonna be miserable. In here, I discover, oh no, wait 1 second. It's plenty of paths. And again, people allows you to grow. And give you a chance from people of Manchester City Council telling you, oh yeah, I give you a hand if you are broke, if you want to do your own business, or my head chef, my ex-head chefs, you never do culinary school. Fine, take the knife. I'm gonna start.
I think as much as I think we can get so bogged down sometimes in how many problems we feel we have in the UK and in the North and all those kinds of things. But really, it's refreshing because you're absolutely right. You've reflected back at us. Actually, our city is so inclusive, so welcoming, and it's so diverse. And it does hold space for a multitude of personalities, even within one person. It is good. We do have opportunities here.
People come to the gigs and listen to the music.
Yeah,
and
they
buy
do.
the t-shirts because nobody tells them nobody forced them to do it. They just do it. I decided to put colors in a canvas, and I'm talking with two people who are in even. Again, a small amount, they're interested in that. This is refreshing. Asking me, oh, where did you study to do your art? You haven't. But that is what is very, very refreshing.
Yeah.
That is what people need. Because if we don't, is not even being on the same level. Is more than that. Is more.
Because I always think people that are self-taught are more interesting because they come in at a completely different angle than if we know you go to college, you through all the O-levels, A-levels, like I did, and then a degree. You get very institutionalised, and I think people that haven't done that and come in at a completely different angle at a different time, different background, it's refreshing because you haven't got house rules in your head.
Yeah, I'd agree. The output ends up being so much fresher.
Fresher. It's like Bill. Bill.
it's
He didn't
similar.
have much training. He wasn't do a degree or anything like that. But I say to him, or Francis Bacon didn't, did he?
We
Does
have
it
a
matter?
lot of wonderful
matter.
characters like that in here as well. And
Doesn't
I think
matter.
it's nice for the studios to have all of these voices and like
Oh, of course it
all
is.
of these different paths to something that we all have in common. It's really nice.
It is.
It's really nice,
It
isn't
is.
it?
I was thinking when you were talking about that thing about. I was thinking of an Oscar Wilde quote, and I couldn't remember what the Oscar Wilde quote was. I'm not that well read that I can just quote Oscar Wilde. But I
Are you
have
not?
a semblance. No,
Fuck off.
I try. I know I give that impression, especially with my glasses on the end of my nose. But the quote that I was thinking of was, if you want to be a grocer or a general or a politician or a judge, you will invariably become it. That is your punishment. If you never know what you want to be, if you live what some might call the dynamic life, but what I will call the artistic life, if each day you are unsure of who you are and what you know, you will never become anything, and that is your reward.
Wow.
So there's always an Oscar Wilde quote for things.
Man, I
isn't
just
there?
got like a little set of goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it my delivery or was it Oscar
I think
Wilde's?
it's a bit of both.
Both babes. I think it's
But
your
that's
delivery.
the thing, isn't it?
No,
Because
it's-
like you
yeah,
just
it's
like
very-
you know, I know. I always say people always say when I was you're at school, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
First of all, I don't really want to have to grow up.
Yeah.
If that ideally. And then
it's rubbish, mate,
But why do
innit?
I have to be
It's
something?
rubbish.
But it's exactly what you're saying. Like it's exactly what he said. There's just putting all these just. Go with the flow, because you're going to be a lot different when you're 17 than when you're 77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you? And like you're going to have, if in that whole time you were a greengrocer or whatever, I'm sure people are happy with that, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's fine,
But if
yeah.
that's not who you are, then why would you be that?
Yeah. Also, I am the generation with no pension, so who cares?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We can't care. There's nothing to lose.
No, but I don't know. I agree. I don't know. I don't know if it's again lack of self commitment or whatever. Like I just know that I just can't.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
And again, like my people of my age, they have children, a house, a dog.
Your age, I was divorced with 2 children. Your age.
Wow.
Yeah.
And again, if he works for them, I'm very happy.
It's
It
just what works for
doesn't-
you. It's just
Yeah, it's different paths, it's different choices, and
no right or wrong.
how you can physically be.
I think the more I've got older, the more I realise there's no right or wrong. There really isn't. Got absolutely no idea sometimes, like how I get through the bloody days. Because I've got absolutely no idea. I don't. I'm like, what?
I don't. I know, Rachel.
I got told off for Luca today. Let's go in the naughty corner.
trying to hold it all together, trying to hold down Rachel's mind. Honestly, it's a task
Really shouted
and a pleasure. And a pleasure.
Shouted at.
All right, Rachel. I think it's time for you to ask your question, love.
Yeah. What are you having for tea? Don't look at me like that. What are you having for tea? Go on, what are you having?
What am I for tea? Oh my god, what am I having? I don't know what I'm having. I am having roast sweet potatoes, broccoli, sprouts, and tofu.
Oh my God! Yes,
Are you
please.
roasting all that? You're gonna have garlic.
Everything is bashed in the oven, babes.
Roasted.
Bashed
Are you
in the oven,
having
babe.
garlic with that?
Crushed garlic.
Roasted garlic.
Oh my God! Guess what I ate yesterday? It's these little crisps that are just garlic. They're just garlic crisps. They're actual garlic pieces that have been made into a crisp.
Oh, where are they from?
TK Maxx, babe, your favourite place. Get them along with your socks.
I only go and TK Maxx for my socks.
What are you having for your
Well,
tea, Rachel?
I don't
Makes
know
totally
next
sense.
month.
It's
I
TK
don't-
Maxx. So
I know, but
how you
I
want
go
to go in
TK Maxx and
Cayer?
think, right, I'm going to go in here. I go in there and I go, I can't cope. I just can't cope with it.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot, and I just
Yeah.
think I just can't cope with
It's
it.
not
I'd rather
giving
go
it
and
the
get
minute
socks.
either, Rachel.
The best
It's not
thing I
worth
ever
it.
seen in Manchester was in my splatting a guy going to the off license only with a flamingo pink dressing gown.
Excellent.
That was
Excellent.
probably that when I understood this place is not as the other
Excellent.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
What are you having?
You know what? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I know
It's a
I'm
real
having a glass
shame.
of
I'm
wine.
such a letdown. It's
Can I have a glass of
because
whiskey?
I think
Oh, are you?
I've got
Right
family and friends coming around. I think they're cooking for me. I don't
On a
know.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Matt, what are you having?
It's Wednesday. I don't know.
Oh,
But
it's funny night Wednesday, isn't
I
it?
don't know Wednesday.
Because I'm here until about
Yeah.
10 o'clock. So I
Yeah.
you know, I don't really have tea time.
Yeah.
It's like from this, I've got another meeting at 6:30.
I know
and
what
I'm
you're
doing
doing.
something, so I don't know yet.
Yeah, you might have a banana.
But what I do have out in my office, inspired by you, Federico, is a bottle of whiskey. Because you had a bottle of whiskey, and I was like, why haven't I got a bottle of whiskey in my office?
I
And I
got
was
a
going to
bottle
the
of whiskey.
supermarket and I bought one and thought, now
Did
I
you?
have. Yeah, it was for when we did the part of the gig.
This
here.
is giving me Mad Men
Do you know
vibes.
something?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just get.
That was always my ambition, was to have have a drinks cabinet in my office.
I
haven't
like
quite got
doing
that
those.
yet.
I
like
love the
films.
I love the ritual.
Love it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Oh,
the
do you?
ritual.
It's a
I
beautiful
fucking
ritual. It's
love-
like a cup of tea, but different.
I mean, like, why
Do you have
not?
it with ice or water or just have it?
Neat. Or one ice.
On one ice.
One ice. But again, it's a nice ritual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
No.
is.
I'm never gonna stop drinking. I'm never gonna stop smoking in my life. I know, sorry kids, but it's true. I will never stop because it's a fucking pleasure. Again, sorry
It
kids.
is a pleasure. This is what I say. I love a glass of wine. Absolutely adore it.
Now you're really making me want a nice glass of
Do you know
wine
what I
now.
mean?
I've
That's
got,
amazing.
I've got a bottle of wine in
Should
my
we
office.
all have a little
whiskey
Shall we go?
and some beer.
One for the road.
You know what? I've got gin in my gin.
Oh, yeah, you've
wine,
got all the good
beer.
And it's shameful how people can make this amazing thing in life so despicable
Yeah.
because they turn things into addiction. And where's the pleasure in that? You know, like it's
I know what you
Some of
mean.
those
I know
things
what you
that-
mean. And you're sort of like, oh, well, I'll have a glass of wine. Then you start feeling, oh, it's Wednesday night. Should I be having a glass of wine?
I think there's a line, and evidently we haven't crossed it.
no, it is. We are on the best spot.
We are so lucky
We are on
because
the best spot.
we can indulge.
I must say, like I see people vaping now, and I think just.
I do
Just have a
vape.
fag.
Yeah, but I think I've got a lot
I
of
do
respect for people
vape.
who hold on to cigarettes.
I do vape,
do
but
you?
you know what?
I know what you mean.
I bloody sometimes I want a cigarette because it's,
I love the smell of it. I know it's awful.
It's
It's
stunning.
not
No,
only
it's
that.
stunning.
I know
It's
it's wrong.
stunning.
It's the smell of the cigarette and the
Oh.
ritual of making the
Yeah,
cigarette.
it is nice.
And going outside and speak with the other smokers.
It is
and
nice.
Is like we oh fuck me,
Having a
sorry.
drink
I'm
as
getting
well.
very angry with these
Oh,
things
we should
because
probably
it's
have
like
a
for
trigger
me,
warning
it's-
on this
Like for
for
me, like
everyone.
building community is so important.
Yeah.
All these little things in life, they are. How many couples have been created in the universe because they were sharing a cigarette or asked for a lighter?
Oh my God!
How many people
That is
were?
such a good-
How many people were like finding each other because one was the cashier, the other one was buying bread,
Yeah.
and now we have the bloody self-service and the vape and all this kind of bullshit.
things.
I refuse to use it. I'm like Abraham Simpsons. I refuse to use certain technologies. I leave my frozen food on the till and I leave because I refuse to do it.
But why have we got them? Because you've got somebody, an assistant, that keeps going back and forwards, back and forwards, back and
Just
forwards.
fucking up, open a till.
Get a cashier. Why?
Just open a till. Be a human being.
Just put
I feel you. I feel you,
Because you've got
everyone.
the back of the two, the back and the two. You know what I mean? And if you haven't put something right in the bag, it starts like flashing the lights, and they come to you again twice, three
Like,
times.
do you know the movie called Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes,
fuck
yes.
Superman, fuck Iron Man, fuck all. My superhero is Michael fucking
He's
Douglas.
next. You're next. Thank goodness we don't have free access to guns in this country. Otherwise, at the very least, a lot of self-service checkout are going to get blasted to smithereens.
That is the reason. That is the reason why I'm Buddhist. All the things to keep the Michael Douglas in me in place.
He said us all, Michael Douglas,
I mean, there is one thing: the self-service checkouts. You can fudge them a little bit. You know, that's one thing I will give them. You know, whack a load of aubergines on there. Put them through as a potato.
Luca,
Or a carrot, or...
I don't pay for my plastic bags.
Never.
You naughty
I do not pay for my plastic bags.
If you can steal from the supermarkets, that's my advice, because fuck them. They make an absolute fucking fortune.
Honestly.
I mean, so if you can get away with it, get away with it.
All the food that they throw away. All the food that they throw away. All the food that's being thrown away. And honest, I think when you don't when the law is wrong, morally wrong. Sorry, kids. You have the right to.
So I think the moral of this podcast is
you can cut this.
Start smoking again. If you give
a
up,
nice drink.
just fucking start again. Drink and shoplift from Tesco.
A rocker.
I think we all draw the line at the Michael Down. Falling down, shotgun killing
Smoke,
spree.
drink,
I think we'll draw the line there, but otherwise, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh my gosh, we started so nicely.
Nice and all very professional.
Yeah.
It's just stealing stuff and smoking. But it's a nice smell, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do miss the 80s when you could smoke in pubs.
Outside!